Welcome everybody to our live stream. We're taking rapid challenges, fast rapid challenges, 7+5. What's up, Asterbait? Shauna. Alright. We're taking challenges 7+5 casual. Subscribers first, Fast Friday? No. Just, we're taking them in order. You don't have to be a subscriber to play first today. Open challenges. Birds. I haven't played a bird in a while. Keep them out of book. I haven't played a bird in weeks. Maybe a month or so. Played C5 anyways. C5 anyways. Acerbate with the Grand Prix attack. In the honor of Acerbate. For your honor, sire. We are live. Camera. Audio. Action. He's never seen this before. Get out the encyclopedia. How's your opening, Explorer? Queen B3. The Queen B3 in this position. Queen B6, maybe. I bet that's a novelty. Queen B6. Fighting for control of D4. Attacking B2. Good move. I've seen it played early, but not in this position. I mean, actually, E4, C5, Knight F3, Queen B6. Probably not that bad. Play it on move 2. Wonder why people don't play that, seriously. Knight C3, E6. Oh, it's played, probably. Oh, you looked it up. Nice job, man. He found it after a minute searching through the encyclopedia. D5. Toilet variation. Alright. Welcome to the toilet. So, named by Grandmaster Mark Hebden, an old Grand Prix attack aficionado. Makes me kind of sad that like none of my friends who are senior players are registered to play in the World Senior Championship. It's all a lot of people I don't really know. We can make new friends. Okay, Asterbait, we're gonna make new friends. It's never too late to make new friends. He knows the best possible line here. E6. Reverse. That's the thing about GM Sean. He always finds the best possible opening lines after some thought. Also played there is Queen C7 and Knight D7. I think Knight F6 is interesting, but the opening book probably doesn't recommend that. It reminds me of, well, basically it's a Budapest Gambit, where I've played like F5. If you take away the F pawn, it would literally be a Budapest Gambit, I guess. No, it's a little different. The knight would be on E5 instead of E4. Structurally similar, but not the same. think e6 is a good move, but this knight f6, like sacrificing the c5 pawn, is something I think I looked at. Well, it's not good to take the c5 pawn. White takes on f6. There are probably some games with that. Probably. Perfecto. The question is, well, how to develop my pieces here against opening master. I'm going to reiterate that we're not supposed to use the opening explorer to help us during games. Just want to remind everybody that, so we're on the same page. That's cheating too. I'm going to try this. I don't know, objectively, like, White's best move is probably either g3 or bishop to b5. b3 doesn't resolve, you know, the question of what I'm doing with this guy. Okay, it's a different approach. Maybe I can castle queenside. Do mids. There's a player we haven't seen in a while. Do mids. He doesn't like double pawns, so he played bishop e7 first. Interesting. What if I sacrifice the exchange? Bishop takes f6. No. Bad idea. Alright. Now, what do we do? Knight to g5. Knight g5, h6, knight h3. This is crazy, dude. Wait, there's a book with lines attributed to openings? I mean, I call it opening book. Okay, we're talking about the opening explorer. I'm talking about the opening explorer on lichess. But traditionally, we had, like, real brick and mortar books, you know? Astrobate was asking about my book storage. In my book storage, I didn't get to your message, Astrobate. What is your question? Or is it of a personal nature? You mean my storage unit? Are we talking about storage unit? The place where the books live? In the dark, spider inhabited 10 by 10 garage space? They're probably like mildewed by now. Three years without my books. Can't believe it's 3 years since I packed everything up in the US. 3 years. That's crazy. The last 3 years is crazy. It's insane. The last 3 years is outrageous. 3 years. How is that even possible? Where did the last 3 years go, guys? This is outrageous. B5. I still have a problem deciding what to do with my light scored bishop. Yeah, objectively, there are no easy answers. extreme chess ideas. I'm going to go here. There's one thing that bothers me, but it's alright. We've got to... I'm like Elizabeth Warren. We've got a plan for that. Knight takes e5. Pawn takes e5. Anyway, he has to put his knight somewhere. Like where? Knight e4. Maybe knight takes, pawn takes, knight e4. That's a good way to get your knight trapped, but probably not so easy, huh? Maybe I have to rethink this. No, I think knight takes, pawn takes, knight e4, knight f4. An interesting position. It was like a 15th century book of gambits. That's interesting, Asterbate. Written by Ruy Lopez. Christopher Columbus had a copy when he sailed westward in his captain's quarters. There was a copy on the Nina, but it went down with the ship. One of the last known copies. I mean, positionally speaking, this is a better move. But this frees up a key square for my knight, which it needs a kind of good square, so. Black should play knight d5, I guess. He can play knight e4. I don't think it's good, though. Knight e4, knight f4. I also have, well, bishop d3, nothing special. Bishop to d3. Yeah, let's do it. Development. Now if there's a bishop h4 check, I can even just like move my king. I don't even have to play g3. But I think that black doesn't have anything great here. Maybe knight g5 is his best move. Objectively, queen d5. I don't think it's that good. Yeah. Yeah, and so the whole point was this, basically. Now b5, h4, knight h7 with a really weird position. I'm not sure if he should play b5 or not. Because I don't have to play h4. Of course, what are my options? Like queen g4 maybe? Wow. Here comes the bullet train. Is there a double attack somewhere? This is just so you can go back to e2. Wow. It's pretty cool. Bishop takes. Wait, I have bishop e4. Wait. change of mind. Killing the time. Time killers. It's nice. It's a nice way to put it. Thank you. It's like playing tic-tac-toe or something. Little tic-tac-toe with Sladgie. Oh my god. Yeah, black. Black finally outdid themselves. Oh, I have that. Wow. Oh no. So DTC4 is the best move. Not clear. A lot of people like D4. Yeah, I think this is interesting. Knight F6. Oh, novelty? No. Played by Woodkavich. Wow. Which was 2563. Bishop E7, Bishop E2, Knight F6. And now I played a novelty. My move is a little more aggressive than Ricard's move. Probably bad though. Knight G5. H6, perfect game by black. Knight H3. Now you're on your own. A6, still a top engine move. Knight E5, best. It's interesting. Alright. Dumids and Shockey. Don't understand Knight G5. Inducing weaknesses in the opponent's position, avoidance of exchanges. Alright. I don't think it's worse than Emmanuel Ricard's passive move, Knight F2. Knight F2 also avoids exchanges, but it interferes with my pieces more. Knight G5 might be better. Dumid. E5, please. E5, please. You guys need to be subscribers. Come on. Sean Pinto, not a subscriber. Tabia is not a subscriber. Oh no, not the four knights. Oh my god. Halloween Gambit. Wait, what is this if you play knight takes E5, E4? It's like a reverse Halloween Gambit. Can you do that? I hate the four knights. It's hard to get, like, oh no. Draw variation. Hard to play for a win here. Unless you're like a computer. Okay, the other interesting line is castles. The gambit. It's a gambit. It's, I forget what it's called. This is like the standard draw variation. Draw-ish variation. It's draw-ish. It's not a draw, but it's draw-ish. I think it's very equal. Basically, it's like a noob opening for white, but not that bad. Yeah. I played knight b4 against somebody. There's also f5. Maybe that would be more fun. Okay, so let's think about being creative, you know? A little. Is there any room for creativity here? Knight b4, knight takes e5, queen d4. Castles, no. Yeah, that's a funny variation. Funny variation, knight b4. Then probably a3. f5. Knight b4 can't be correct. The standard move is bishop d6, but it never really, you know, just doesn't feel very fun. Get the satisfaction of supporting my favorite international master in his online chess streaming endeavors. You get to play first. You get to automatically play in our simul on Sunday. You get cool emotes. What's not to like about it? For the cost of a cup of coffee. Alright, bishop d6. We need a promoter, is what I need. Astrobate is my new promoter. Staffvargan is not a talker. I think castles is white's main move here. Theoretically, is black better because black has a center and white doesn't? You know, the more mature I become as a chess player, the more I've learned to value like the importance of the center, really, of control of the center. We always talk about control of the center. You know, I always appreciated it in general, but the more I teach chess and the more I really pay close attention to the game, you know, the more like clearly I see how important it really is. The basics. f5. I think white's being, you know, too hesitant here. Maybe h4 with the idea of putting knight on g5. But my four knights, bishop c4, whatever that's called, theory is a little bit out of date. Honestly, I've never studied these lines. Yeah, white's in big trouble now. Trouble. Because of loss of control of the center. That's where the trouble is. Yeah, I'm bishop d5, but I think already he made mistakes. h3 is definitely a mistake. Okay, he just dropped a piece. That's easy and painless. Unfortunately, we don't learn that much from the short game. But I will review, like, you know, the mistake in the opening by white here when we finish. Told you to play e5. I like playing e5. It's my favorite move these days. I'm sort of bored with playing the Sicilian. It was my main defense my whole life. And, you know, it gets old after a while. Bishop a3. He stops the check, but he drops a rook. The lesser of the evils. Right. No, I mean, it's bad. It's bad. Bishop takes c6 is only good, I think, if white hasn't played c3, you know. c3 weakens his white square, so he doesn't want to give up the light square bishop. The combination of moves c3 and h3 is no good. I think white should just play, like, d3. If he had played d3 instead of c3, Sean, then bishop takes c6 maybe a possibility. It's like the Rosslimo Sicilian. If white plays bishop b5 and then follows up with, like, c3 later, it's a bad idea to exchange the light square bishop on c6. I mean, obviously same thing in, like, the Roy Lopez and stuff. Are you threatening me? Well, not really, right? He's not threatening me. His rook is unprotected. Well, I don't know how good this move is. Objectively, it's not a bad idea, I guess. I just played bishop g6, and then my f-pawn is free. Finally. I mean, I have such a huge amount of material here that it doesn't matter. It almost doesn't matter what I do. Winning is inevitable. Went up an entire rook and knight. Alright, we've got another challenge from Sladgie. Sladgie plays interesting openings. Although this isn't Weird Wednesday. I enjoy my games with him. It's always something fun. He never plays boring chess, which I like about him. Alright, guys and girls, we're streaming here till approximately 1:30. It is 11:30 now. We have 2 hours. Yeah, queen e5. No. Too fancy. Yeah, maybe at some point I have something with queen e5. I was just going to do this. To open lines. And knight d4. Yeah, but that's definitely really strong. He's doing a good job, like, frustrating my efforts here. First priority is, like, exchange pieces when you're up large amounts of material. In the chess club, several beginners, they all played Pierre's check variation. And this Eric Rosen thing. To the chess club did come several beginners. Well, the Eric Rosen Gambit. Oh my god. What is it called? Oh man, what a nice, powerful blockade Dumins is making here. Making my life difficult. Defending. I should have played f2. After all that. Unbelievable. Like, how many pieces could I drop? For example, knight e2, bishop a3, queen a2, bishop takes f8, rook takes f8, and then queen takes e2. I could drop... Even there I would have queen takes a3 at the end. No, there'd be no bishop left. What would happen there? I'd be down the exchange? No. I'd still be up the exchange. Up a piece. It's funny how difficult it is to win here. If only he had been playing this well in the beginning. I'm extremely strong tactically, Sean Pinto, except for the moves that I miss. The occasional... I see, like, really great variations, but I also, like, will sometimes miss, like, critical moves. Yeah, well, that's the problem. Like, you always take the game seriously, even when you're winning. Because I've lost a lot of games from good positions. I've lost up a rook. I've had several games where I was, like, up massive material and blew it, even as a master. I guess I should just kind of a tough one. I'm gonna play this. Yeah, I'm up 2 pieces, so it's easy to say, yeah, don't calculate. That's a huge mistake, though. I lost my queen now. Oh my god. I have to sacrifice here. I'm lucky I'm probably still winning. I honestly didn't even see it. After all that time I spent, I didn't see he had that trick. But I mean, for a 1300 who like dropped 2 pieces, I mean, his resourcefulness and defense is pretty amazing. Stafford Gambit, yeah. Sounds like a football team. Eric Rosen did a lot of promotion of that stupid Gambit. I like the Jababa D5 better than the Stafford Gambit, actually. But both of them are unsound. Oh no. Wow, he sacrificed the bishop to get that pawn back. Worcestershire sauce. Man, this game really took a long time to finish him off. He still has a queen and 2 pawns for 2 rooks, knight, and bishop. That's not enough. Hello, and welcome to Movie Phone.
No!
Oops.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, if I didn't have that rook defending a7. I've always had it under control, believe it or not. Although I did overlook bishop b2, queen a2, bishop takes g7. I've always been winning. since the opening mistake by white. Build the wall. You can play with your food here. Build a wall. No way in for that queen. It's a force field with Death Star. Coordination. Where are our challenges? Fast Friday. Acerbate, are you sleeping on us? Fast Friday, Sunday Simul. 25 players. Be here. Or else. Or Elsa. The force field is almost complete. Oh no. He's messing with my force field. Nowhere to go. Queen E1. There is no good move. Oof. No dozing. Are we having fun yet? Ah, he resigned. Yeah, well, you were wrong, but it was a good guess. Bishop G4. But what's the mistake in the opening, right? Well, you shouldn't play this line, first of all, but alright. So this has been played. Wow. I was wondering about this. It can't be right. But it's playable. Wow. That's interesting. So, A3, what I expected. That's exactly what I said. A3, F5. Bishop takes F5. I mean, this might be a way for black to try to play for a win. I don't know. Bishop takes F5, bishop takes F5, A takes B. Canadian marks. But I mean, it's not clear. Not that impressed. Alright, bishop D6. Bishop E6. Theoretical novelty. Here. Here. C3 is a mistake. So he can play D4 immediately. The castles is considered the best. Castles for black or bishop G4. Now C3, F5, or Rook E1. Rook E1 threatening this pawn. Rook E8. Ivan Karyakin. This is like the best possible way to play it with white. C3 is playable. C3, H6. Stopping the Greek gift sacrifice or what? Alexei Gorbatov. Stefan Juric. Yanis Barla. Alright, anyway, guys, exciting variation there. Shaki. Maybe Ta was in the list. But I doubt he would be playing white. You know, Ta, I don't know. He would definitely not be playing white. Um, so what are we doing? Swedish. He's speaking Swedish to the Finns. We're gonna play the same thing again. Petrov. 4 knights again. It's like the 4 knights thematic tournament. Oh my god. I used to play bishop b4, but it really sucks. Okay. Did we play this before? Sometimes I've played bishop b4 here. That's kind of an interesting variation. Let's do it, it's fun. I don't know if it's completely considered correct for black, but I thought it's like okay. I don't think I've played this in a long time. I'm not sure I've even played it on lichess. I used to play it when I was black in Blitz. How would it go? I would play bishop b4 on move 3, and then white would play d4. Does that make sense? No. No, they would play... How would it go? I would play bishop b4 instead of knight c6. And then they would play d4? Doesn't make sense. I don't remember how I used to get to this position. If I play 3 bishop b4, then d4 doesn't make... What am I thinking? I don't know. I guess I used to play the black side of the 4 knights and play this. Sometimes. Whoa. Maybe. What is that? What is that? D5. D5 is funny. I just can't believe that's good. Doesn't seem right. So what do we get here? Like pawn takes pawn. Knight takes. Castles. Castles. I don't know, man. How can he do this? Maybe e5? It's like a 4-knight Scotch where he's played bishop c4 and I've castled. It seems like advantageous to black, I would think. Castles is like a better move than bishop c4, most likely. More useful move than bishop c4. I mean, he could get hit by d5. If he castles, though, what do I do? I'm taking the pawn. He's got a castle here. Or knight takes c6. Is there such a thing as Italian for knights? Yeah, I guess so. That's kind of like a Vienna Italian hybrid. Yeah, I'm in the list for the World Senior. It's in Assisi in Italy. It's pretty close. It's fairly close to Rome. It's north of Rome. Yeah, I think this is his best move. All right. There's a list of players. I just posted the link. The sections are 65 and over and 50 and over, and I'm 49, but they're gonna let me play because I'm a good guy. I'll be the only 49-year-old in the tournament. American top seed. Yeah, I mean, it's surprising in a way. I'm kind of like sad that there's almost no players that I actually know that are taking part. Actually, a lot of those American players I've never even heard of. The only people I know are like Gregory Markson and Tim Taylor. I guess they're like American players who like immigrated from other countries. A couple of them I've literally never heard of, almost all of those people. And it's not like they're kids. Late additions to the American Federation. Markson and Tim Taylor I've met, but not, it's a long trip from the United States. I mean, I live in Hungary, so for me it's not a big deal to travel. But for someone from the US, I mean, that's a big trip, expensive, and right, I mean, someone like Fishbein could play. No, there's plenty of people over 50, but it's basically, not a lot of prize money. If you're in it, for the prize money, you probably shouldn't be playing. I'm playing because it's a chance for a GM title. Fishbein or someone like that doesn't have that motivation, so. But he basically plays for fun. I don't know what he does, actually. Shabalov, for example, could play. But he's a professional, He's not going to play in a tournament in Europe with a 1,200 euro first prize. No, there's a women's sections. There's separate sections for women, which is, I don't know, I guess traditional. But there's just not that many women. I mean, I would think it would be prohibitive if there's not enough players. He beat Shabalov in a blitz game. Really? Oh, St. Louis chess. He's playing for the St. Louis chess account or something. He lives in Pittsburgh, or he used to. You know, I don't know what his deal is with St. Louis, but he's getting paid by the billionaire. You know how much I love Rex Singfield and the whole buying of the U.S. Chess Federation. Yeah, we don't talk about that here. I always had a kind of hot and cold relationship with Shabalov. You know, sometimes he's nice and sometimes he acts like he doesn't like me. I never quite understood what the deal was. He seems very moody. Very distant at times and very friendly in others. We played for the first time in like 1989. Yeah, Gaprinadashvili. I don't think I've even seen her. How old is she? Like 75 or older? She must be really old. Because I'm really old. Compensation for sacrificed pawn. I don't think I have a lot of options here. I guess I could play knight c3, but like, is my knight getting trapped there? It looks like it. But I mean, I think the problem would be like for the women's sections that there are just not enough players. It's not... Wait. It's not Gaprinadashvili that filed a lawsuit, is it? You're talking about... Was it Gaprinadashvili? Okay, maybe. I'm getting my Georgian women's grandmasters confused. I'm thinking of Chiburnidze. It was Gaprinadashvili. Well, her lawyers are getting their suit together, I guess. They'll probably come to a... You know, I mean, like... They'll probably come to some kind of deal. I don't think like that will go to trial or something like that. You're dealing with a big company like Netflix or whatever. They're just gonna settle out of court, give her like a few $1 million or something, pay off her lawyers. It definitely makes for a lot of chess holidays. Interesting rook ending. Not every day you see this. Oh no. Think first, ask questions later. Armand is cute. It's not even a real person, but... Alright, I never watched it, I'm sorry. I couldn't do that. I didn't watch E.T. when it first came out either. Clark Harmon got into chess from that show. Are you serious? I thought you were playing me before that came out. It's hard to keep track of time. The last 3 years just flew by. Since the COVID, time went like twice as fast. we have no challenges for Fast Friday? Only our hardcore fans? Tezek. Where is everybody? You might think I don't know about that en passant rule. Theoretically, I should probably play g5. It freezes two of his pawns simultaneously. This is the refutation. Of the Sladgie gambit. Somebody's going to run out of moves here eventually. And that somebody's not going to be me. I was lucky, though, that I could force an exchange with Brooks. Give me a break. Yeah, g4. The advantage of pawn structure. It's all good. I predict h3 will be played soon. Yeah, so this is funny. Is this even a variation? Bishop c4. Wow. It's like straight up novelty. It's never been played in an OTB game. Now you created a theoretical novelty on move 5. Black has an okay score with this line. I mean, it's a good alternative way for Black to play the 4 knights if you don't like the normal lines with e takes d. d5 is very tricky. I've actually played this, I think. Dude, why am I like frozen? 85 ping and I can't make a move? What's going on here? Oh, it's on an analysis board. Wait, what's going on here? Why can't I move the pieces? I guess I need to refresh my page. Yeah, I played the Belgrade Gambit. That's funny. I played a 10-0 game with the Belgrade Gambit with White yesterday. It occurred to me that it's not that good. Why is this not played? Okay, what is going on here? A minute ago it said there were 3 games with 94, I thought. So there's a bug, like the database isn't showing up. I'm like bugging. Lichess is bugging. There it is. Oh, that's weird. So the master database is like down, or it's not letting me access it. What's up here? It's not letting me access it. Yeah, e takes d4 is best. Knight takes d4. Alexei Holmston. There's your Finnish bros. My neighbors were named Salo. Do you pronounce it Salo or Salo? Salo, right? We used to say Salo because we're stupid Americans. Right, no, I played Homestead, but my next door neighbors when I was a little kid were named Salo. But is it Salo or Salo? It would be Salo, right? Hiki. Castles. Knight takes c4 looked risky. Castles. Castles. Bishop takes c3. B takes c. So that's funny. I played Shaki and then we're following a Finnish game. Knight takes c4. We're following the exact game. Rook e1. d5. Exactly the same game. Bishop d3. Knight takes d4. C takes d4. Bishop f5. White managed to draw in the game. Which I'm not surprised. This is a novelty. Bishop a3. Rook e8. f3. You know, the truth is you should probably be able to hold on here for a draw somehow. But it's not that easy. Bishop takes d6. So this is dubious, apparently. All I ended up doing was like trading queens and bringing your king closer to the center. This doesn't help me. So, rook c1, king f8, rook c7, rook b8. So your blunder is playing rook d7, which is very natural, but not good. Actually, I mean, how bad is it? What if you play rook d7 and just play rook c7? You should have just played rook c7. I can't make progress. I mean, I can try. It's a draw. You just automatically took the pawn. You have only 5 minutes. Alright. You guys gotta have 100 games to challenge me. No. 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 Best player rated, no. Rated, no. Best player, I'll play you, but it has to be casual. All these new players with no games. Why am I only getting challenged by like provisional players with no games? So I always thought it was like Holstein or something. I thought it was like some German name. That's weird. But what is Salo? Salo? Like, what does Salo mean? You know, there's relation between like Finnish and Hungarian, right? Oh, but you're not Finnish. Alright. Dumid's re-challenging me. Homestead. Small island. I lost to that guy in a tournament in Spain. I don't remember. Ubida. He's a decent player. High 2300s. I am. Alright. Dumid's best player 2690. Alright, best player 2690. If no one else is challenging, I'll play a second game against Dumid's. But I don't like playing like twice against the same player. Unless we really, don't have any other challengers. The only Finnish player I ever lost to. No, he's like one of the only ones I ever played. I've played maybe 2 or 3. Alright. e4, e5. Knight f3. I played Kallio twice. No, I've played a few. Knight f6. What is this? Petrov thematic? Oh no, take back. That's a new one. You played the Petrov and then you want to take back. It's funny. Okay. Now I like A3 better. I have a provisional rating. Oh. It's really hard to get unprovisional, you know? Chess Kudo? I played a rapid game the other day. I could play like a whole rapid tournament and I'll still be provisional. If you don't play for a long time, it becomes incredibly... Like, you have to play like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 games to get unprovisional. It's really annoying. Classical, like, I can't at all get a non-provisional rating. You have to play a bunch of games. Like, 1 or 2 is not enough to reactivate your rating. I will play games occasionally. I don't have a lot of time. It's not like I haven't played any rated games in the last, 2 months or something. I have. But it's just not enough. The Glico system. Now we've got challenges. Chess Kudo, Caspa Negra. Interestingly, I could take and play like D4, but he has maybe Bishop G4. As I mentioned earlier on the stream, I don't really like playing C3 and trading off my white square bishop. So knight over the board again, 1919. It was a good year. '19 Chess Club. It's nice to see your bishop on D6. Basically a whirl. Roy Lopez with Queen E2, which I don't know how to play. This guy is 917, but he seems pretty good. I mean, H6, preventing Bishop G5. That's a serious prophylactic move that most people over, under 1500 wouldn't know. So development would be good. A little bit of development. H4, knight E7. He'll most definitely find that. Knight H4, knight E7, F4. It's a really funny line. Pawn takes pawn. And then like E5. Thinking outside the box. This is probably not a great move. I'm not developing my pieces. I was tempted. Means Woodland. A big Nokia factory. Famous for laying off a lot of people when it shut down. No, the correct move is rook e8. And then on knight f5, you have bishop f8, and that makes sense, so the bishop on d6. Good old Nokia. Miss my Nokia. My first mobile phone. Actually, it wasn't. Maybe. I had another phone. No. The important word is used to have a big Nokia factory. You're not going to learn anything from takebacks. Yeah, that's his second team. He got his takeback on move 1. Move 2, sorry. It was move 2. That's the move you should have played first. Rook e8. And that Rook e8 cast out on knight h4. I realized it only after I played knight h4 that he has rook e8, knight f5, bishop f8, which makes perfect sense. Now things are not so simple. Now black's king is basically in big trouble. Huh. Like this. Creative solutions. You had a game recently where I declined my opponent's request for take back and he cursed me out. The first thing to do is to disable chat. My second piece of advice, make sure you never go to forums or something like that. Yeah, it's not your problem. It's sad though. I mean, if you if this wasn't the online world, you could probably have some kind of sportsmanlike conversation with your opponent. I would recommend turning off chat while you play, unless it's a casual game. Yeah, I mean, this has long been a discussion in online chess about mouse slips and takebacks and whatever. Everybody has their own sort of personal standard for that. If you don't agree with someone else, so be it. Well, you can turn off take-back option, right? I mean, some people have take-back disabled. You can disable it. It's up to you. I mean, I think it's in settings. No? I mean, a lot of people just don't allow take-backs. So that's fine. e4, c6. My personal feeling is if it's an obvious mouse slip in a casual game, I'll give a take back, If it's a rated game, I probably wouldn't. Please don't play the draw variation. Oh no, best player is calling me sir. That's the worst. I hate when people call me sir. Makes me feel old. Mister. Where's Mr. Coffee? Yeah, there's a lot of settings options on lichess. I mean, it's definitely the best chess site. That's why I only play here. I mean, it's open source. I mean, it's not an advertising, profit-making chess site. I like it for that reason, but also the fact that there's a lot of settings and options. It's just better than the other chess site. So g6, I also play g6. You know, I was afraid he would play bishop g4, which is very, very drawish. But g6 is, it's a good move, and it's also very interesting for both sides. I played both sides of this line many games, and they're always interesting. Here black has two major moves, and I played both with both colors. I played, you know, this position for both colors. I played both moves for black here. This is like a Grunfeld, but it's not a Grunfeld because it's an e4 opening. The thematic structure, I mean, the structure is Grunfeld-like. Yeah. The piece configuration is similar. Obviously g6. Black has maybe a third move here. I mean, knight b6 might be playable, but I don't think so. I think you have to do something about. Knight b6 is just too passive for black. Yeah, actually, that's what I'm talking about. In the Grunfeld, that move exists. Knight b6. So here's a new move, bishop e6. I have no recollection as to whether I faced this before. But it's one of those, like, by process of elimination, like, bishop e6 has to be a bad move because no good players play it. And this is a major position. So you, like, it's like a puzzle. You know bishop e6 it can't be good for black. It's a question of why. Is it knight g5? Or is it something else? Knight g5, knight takes d4, queen a4 check, threatening to win the knight. He has to go back. Then I take and I smash this pawn structure with knight takes e6. That looks pretty good. Do we have a better move? The greedy move, queen takes b7. I mean, the thing is I have bishop b5. Queen takes b7, knight a5. That's not going to work. Queen takes b7, rook c8. Bishop b5. I have the feeling like there's multiple refutations here. Queen takes b7. Maybe black has to play like queen c8 or something. That's probably his best chance. Queen takes b7, queen c8, queen c8, rook c8. And I'm just like up a pawn. Pretty dubious for black. But honestly, the other line is good too. Alright. He has another move, maybe knight b4. We should make sure about this. Queen b7, knight db4, threatening knight c2 check. I could sack a rook. Like bishop b5, probably very strong there. I mean, I think this is good. Too many, you know, bishop e5. Too many bishop e5 problems for black here. The other variation sacrifices a pawn. You know, if I play knight g5, honestly, like, neither move is developing. But I don't see a really strong developing move. I didn't really seriously consider bishop c4 because of knight a5, I guess. But maybe that was strong too. Knight e5, queen b5 check. Possible bishop c4 is also strong. Okay, here we sack the rook. I mean, there are rook sack variations. This is the point. So the point is, I'm not gonna like worry about knight c2 check. Playing any other games lately, like other games or chess games. I lost a tragic game in the Budapest Team Championship on Sunday. I wanted to kill myself. I lost like 7 ELO points to a blitz player. Bishop d7. Okay, is my queen trapped? Yes. There's some interesting stuff going on here. Now I think we don't play. You know, he's threatening rook b8, so I think I have to play bishop f4 now. Stopping rook b8. If I take on c6, knight takes. I guess I could have taken on c6. Bishop c6, knight c6. Maybe that's simpler. I was winning. It was crazy. My opponent came 50 minutes late to the game with black, and I had a winning position and 30 minutes to 3 minutes on the clock. And I just thought he was going to resign. It's so sick. I have 2 moves that look strong, and I thought, either way, I'm just winning, and it didn't matter. And I just picked the wrong one, and it doesn't work because he has a defense I didn't see. Variation B. Just ridiculous. Gave away 7 rating points. So d5, knight, d5 castles, pawn takes pawn. d5, knight c2 check, king e2, knight d4 check, knight d4, knight d4 check. That's bad. So d5, knight c2 check, I have to move my king to a different square. Like d1. d1, that looks dangerous. f1, I guess, is the best. d5, knight c2 check, king f1. Castles, pawn takes c6. The castles might be simpler for me here. But if castles, knight c2, alright, whatever. I don't want to risk leaving my king in the center. This is not rated, but anyway, you know, don't say specific moves until after the move's been played. Is my queen trapped yet? E5. Long castling, wow. It never even occurred to me. Yeah, what's... long castling is extremely dangerous. Putting my king in an open position. The single most important thing in chess is king safety. The second most important thing is control of the center. And that's why I decided to castle instead of... I mean, I can't calculate everything in a limited amount of time here, so I'm going to just err on the side of caution. If I can't decide between castles and d5, I think it's better to play d5, especially if I have, like, no time. Be practical. When you don't have enough time to adequately calculate the position, the best thing to do is to just play fundamentally what is simpler and safer. Of course, if it's just a fun game, you know, play what you want, but yeah, I mean, I guess here the idea is to attempt to, like, trap my queen, but I don't think that's going to happen. I have a lot of moves in this position. Rook e1, rook b8. Let's see, knight takes e5, bishop takes e5. Why can't I do this? The obvious move. One, two, three, four, five, six. So I'm up 2 pawns temporarily. But I mean, the important thing is that my king is safe. Completely safe. Can't say the same for my queen. But it's safe enough. His only queen trap, you know, he has bishop c8, but that's mate in 1. Rook b8, I'm just trading. I can play knight takes c6 or queen takes d7, check. Knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, bishop takes e5, bishop takes e5. The only way I can mess this up is to do, like, bishop takes e5, pawn takes e5. He still can't play rook b8. It's a disaster. Sire, please. Please, sire. Hey, what's up, guys? We've got an hour. I'm going to be taking challenges 7+5. Yeah, so bishop e6 is really bad, but I wonder if I played the proper refutation here. Because I also had bishop c4, maybe. You have 3 plausible moves. Queen takes b7, knight g5, and bishop c4. And how do you, like, you know, decide which of these is best? Hello? Hello? Wow, so bishop c4 was the best. And that's the one I didn't take the time to seriously consider deep enough. No, it's not clear. Queen b7 might be best. But this move deserves serious I mean, the point about bishop c4 is that, unlike the other two moves, bishop c4 is a developing move. Knight g5 is a pawn sacrifice. Knight takes d4. I thought queen a4 check here. I didn't realize I could play knight takes c6, but check, knight c6. I'm sacrificing a pawn for structure, but it's not enough. I figured that out. This move, though, I should have spent more time on. Bishop c4. Knight a5 doesn't work because of queen b5 check. So that's the problem. He has to play this, allow like bishop takes e6, and his pawn structure is really smashed up. But I played this, and this is also good. Yeah, so it's not easy for black. He has to play queen c8. And bishop e6 is just no good. Knight g5 is not really equal. It's like dynamically balanced. That's different from equal. Oh, you normally play a6. I'll have to look at that. I think you played that against me once. Maybe. It's like an unusual move. If you usually play a6, you got control of b5 square. Captcha. Captcha negro. Whatever. Prophylaxis. Owen's defense Petrosian variation. I always play e6 nowadays. Wait. Oh, you're usually playing a6 instead of g6, you're saying? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that. That's interesting. But as I said, I think you might have played it against me once, and I didn't know what to do. I had never faced that before. I've never played this with white either. A3. Oh. Okay, maybe. But I feel like somebody played that against me. I guess it wasn't you. Black's playing like a half hippo. The butt half is a hippo, and the other half is like a elephant or something. The bottom half of the hippo on this side, this is like hippo with knight d7, and you've got like a hedgehog on the other side. Something like that. Half hippo. I think I claim to have, oh my god, man. I claim to have like made that up, but then I heard someone else say it. So maybe half hippo was like a known term. Great minds think alike. There was a guy who wrote a book on the hippopotamus formation, apparently. Okay, this is just insane what black is doing here. F5, crazy. Hasta luego. Black is lost. But lost is a relative term. There are different, like, relative levels of lostness. That's what makes chess hard. If I was playing a computer here, for example, like, it would probably beat me despite being like -5 in this position. If I was playing Hans, do I have time to lose to you? Yes. I think we do. But remember, free Fridays, so I don't take the subscribers first, but you're first anyway. Guys, please subscribe. If you like the stream, if you enjoy participating, help me to make $5 an hour. Help me earn my $5 an hour. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I got an email from one of the one of the fake personalities at chess.com. You know how these companies make up like fake people to like send out, emails and stuff. Chess.com sent me an email saying like, oh, we'd like to know if you're interested in being a content creator and streaming on our platform. I was like, no, I'd rather like sell my soul to the devil. I'll just go on like making $5 an hour rather than play for your disgusting chess site. We got to get more viewers here on lichess. Lichess streamers should get more viewers. Lichess Streamers Union. Pay us more. I'm not paying you anything. Is that the problem? Are you saying that's the problem? Is that the implication? I'm not paying my viewers enough. Exactly. Bijak, are you drinking beer this morning? I didn't respond to the bot recruiter from chess.com. You know when they have like an avatar on their profile on Gmail or whatever, you know that it's like not a real person. One of those little cartoon avatars. There's 100% that's not a real person. Because real people don't have cartoon avatars on their email. Only like fake people have that. Now there is Queen F6 check, for what that's worth. I think that's his idea. It just doesn't really work. Why did he take on F2? It's like, why did the chicken cross the road type of thing. Because he's crazy. He's playing too much Bughouse. There are various possibilities. He likes being the underdog. You can use your imagination. But he was lost anyway. Why did he play F5? I think that's a better question. If we go back to, earlier in the game, the real question you should be asking is, why did black play F5 and go from -1 to -6 in one move? That's the question we should be asking, not why did he play knight takes F2. It's just hopelessly lost for black. Hopeless. Because he's undisciplined is the answer. He's an undisciplined player and likes to make crazy sacrifices that are unsound because it's fun, right? And that's cool. That's fine. He pays your money and he takes your choice. Grandmaster Arthur Bisguyer. U.S. Junior Open. 1987. Bisguyer was like paid to be a commentator for games at the U.S. Junior Open, and my friend submitted his game, and this is Bisguyer's commentary. Pays your money and he takes your choice. Well, that's how it works. You would watch the stream twice for $5. You should be like, definitely should be a promoter. Yeah, when he sacrificed on F2, it's a Bughouse type of move. You know, anything to open the king at any cost, basically. So where's the mate? Is there a forced mate around here? We don't need a forced mate, but it would be nice. Unfortunately, I have just one check. He has queen d4 check. Trading queens anyway. So I might as well take this. I have a plan. Now we have a plan. I recommend queen a1. I mean, knight g6 probably works in the long run, but I don't think it's like immediate forced mate. What do I do after knight g6 hg? You know, I probably play queen h3 check or something like that. King g8 and then bishop takes g6. And then he has like a check on d4. But probably only one or two checks, and he runs out of checks eventually. I don't know. But that's not fun. And this is delaying the inevitable move. I wanted to play bishop f6. So I guess queen h4. I can trade queens. Maybe I better. mean, anyway, he's going to trade queens. That's why I wanted to play bishop f6. It like prevents trading queens for one move. But he took away my queen f5 idea. So if he had played queen takes rook here, I play bishop f6, threatening mate in 1 and his queen, so he has to take it. And then I play queen f5, threatening mate in 1. And then he has queen d4 check, king somewhere like king f1. And he's got to give away his queen with check or something. Bishop f6, yeah, that was the point. Now I have it again. Pre-move. Anyway, alright, Schumacher. I used to think you were like Arabic or something and your name was Maher. But you're not, you're ultra-Orthodox. Schumacher. What am I going to do? I've played every opening under the sun against him. I like playing d5. Let's play d5. It takes you like 3 years to figure out that that's Michael Schumacher and I don't think about Formula One. Funny how like weird things come to you after a while though. It only took me like 2 years to figure out what his name meant. But I did it on my own. My official chess stats. Okay, what's up, man? What are you doing? He fell asleep under the table drunk again. He did this on Tuesday. Wow, that took a long time. He took forever. I almost never played the Queen's Gambit except against you, though. It occurred to me. It would be weird if I, like, never played it against you. I probably have once or twice, maybe. E3 is like a very safe line. I mean, that's what I play with white. 2 games simul. Sorry, I have to, no, I stick with the program here. I do simul on Sunday if you'd like to play. Next stream, in fact, Sunday. I feel like this is how I got in trouble against Rafael Leitao. I told the story of how I like ended up with a knight on a7, and like I swore I would never let it happen again. It was some kind of Queen's Gambit accepted where I was experimenting with like knight c6. And my knight ended up on a7, and I lost this horrible game. Knight c6 here is interesting, though. How does that go? d5? Can you do that? Knight c6, d5. Knight a5. Queen a4 check, c6. That's weird. My knight is virtually trapped. Yeah, early b5 will probably transpose to a normal line. I mean, I don't have any other choices. It's either e6, b5, c5. Like, bishop f5 is probably a bad line. I was going to play c5, but then I realized, you know, he knows something about this. I wonder how he handles this. If d5, I could play b5 too. Actually, that might be a good move. d5, b5, d takes c6, queen takes d1. I gain his bishop. Bishop takes b5, pawn b5. It's not clear. d5, b5. Now we transpositionalize, right? The key is to transpositionalize. There, 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 there. Bishop g4. Yeah, did you like go to get a beer? Bishop f7. Oh wait, that doesn't work. That's the point of our move order. The sneaky, like, delayed bishop g4. This a6 will protect, like, later when I play e6, bishop d6. It protects against the knight coming in there and taking out my bishop on d6. We could transpose into, I guess, a fairly well-known variation, which I used to play. I only ever played the Queen's Gambit Accepted occasionally. I like playing it in Blitz, though I don't know it that deeply. I like it that it leads to open positions. Queen's Gambit Declined is like, it's a disaster. I hate playing it. It's passive, it's closed. You have no space. I mean, maybe some more active variations like the Rogozin or something are interesting, but Queen's Gambit is tough for black. It's solid, but I don't enjoy playing it in fast games. And I normally play Indian defenses. I almost always play d4 knight f6. Wow. Mr. Material. You have that move. Wait, what? Wait, that doesn't work. Am I supposed to play bishop takes f3? It doesn't work either. He takes an f7, and I made it into slight problem. I have to go here. And oh, I hung my b7 pawn. Oh no. I lost my b7 pawn. There's something weird about this position. It's starting to bother me. Strange. He is back. We've got half an hour left. That means 2 games. 10-0 is too long. Well, it's not really too long, but it's just the wrong time control. We like increment. I like to win incrementally. Sudden death. It's just too brutal. Please re-challenge to 7+5 casual. Oh my god, you took it. I was worried about like 95 actually. I have no idea what's happening after 95. 95, knight a5, queen a4 check. 94, 95 I have to take it probably. But this move I thought I had it covered. The plane. The plane. Oh no. Schumacher. It's the point. The point. One of the points. So what's happening on 95? Wow, the computer, yeah, it agrees now. I think this is your only chance. This is a good move. Not your only chance, but this is your best chance. So I wasn't sure what's going on here. Depth. Depth 13. Depth con. Alright. So there is some games here. You're the first person. Who is M.I. Mazarosh? It's interesting. Interesting. There it is. The nightmare. I played it against Raphael. This was the same position. That was awful. It was 1998. Who is M.I. Mazarosh? His Hungarian name. What did the Tau do? How did this happen? Something terrible happened in that game. I messed up later, I guess. I don't know, my knight ended up on a7. Well, that's when it happened. Damn. I had knight a5. It's still a dubious variation. But I swore to myself I would never ever put a knight on a7 after this game. You know, I was like, oh my god. The computer isn't sure. b5, knight takes b5. It's just a bad variation. Damn. I guess I have to play bishop takes f3 there. I was kind of wondering about this. Bishop takes f3 is sort of bad too. It's just a bad variation. This is the best you can get, like white has the bishop pair. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Bad memory. My official chess stats. Don't ever put your knight on a7. You know, the computer was finally coming to the conclusion that knight a7 wasn't worse than the other moves, though. Which is what I probably came to the conclusion whenever it was. 24 years ago. Still with me today. Can't believe that was 24 years ago. Please do accept. Okay. I thought you said please do not accept. I was wondering, like, why would you ask me not to accept? The Fred theory. This is heavy duty Fred theory here. Cunningham Gambit, like, reversed. Do we play this? King d7, knight f3. Triple exclaim. My Fred theory is a little bit out of date. I don't know how up to date I need to be here. My development is sort of leaving something to be desired. Looks like his best chance to just, you know, play pawn takes pawn, lose a rook. Just kidding. Oh my god, I was just kidding. I was literally just kidding. I guess he has to play king d7, but it doesn't work, does it? Here. Oh, maybe you can play bishop g7. That's your best move. Bishop g7 with the idea of, like, king f8. Bishop g7, pawn takes pawn check, king f8. My official chess stats. Unofficial. Check here. That's alright. Is it alright? Pretty weird, huh? 1500 who plays the Fred perfectly. It's like big mistake, right? I mean, he should castle. Maybe ultimately it doesn't make a difference. I don't know. I have time for one more game, real chess. Normally, I do 7 plus 5, but I'll let it slide since it's the last game today. Okay, what do we do? Queen b4 check, queen c3, queen g4, knight on bd2. Queen takes g2, rook g1, or queen c3, or queen c3. Queen c3 is just so knight c3. I guess I'll give him a couple pawns, or a pawn. No, he doesn't get a pawn. Maybe g4. Queen g4. This is the best move for me. We've lost our challenger. Please do come back for our Sunday simul. Sunday, 6:30 CE ST. It's still Central European summertime. Maybe I can play... No, I think he should have played queen a6. If he plays queen a6, he stays on my a pawn and prevents me from castling queenside. Here he's trying to hit this. I don't think that pawn is really as important. I mean, obviously I can castle kingside too. Everything's winning. Everything is winning now. We are up a rook. Rook up. alarm. Thanks everyone for tuning in to my stream. Yeah, let's do this one. That rook's not doing much. We'll keep f2 protected in case of rook f8. The Fred bites the dust. Not a good opening. But I really haven't I haven't studied this. I wonder if black should play g6 maybe. After bishop h5 check, are you supposed to play king d7? Are we going to win another piece, or is that too greedy? Nope. We're just up a rook. No compensation. I've got to get my provisional rating up to 2600. We're going to need to play a few more games. It was a bitchy in control of e5. If d4, I can play knight to c4. I'll lose an exchange there. So I think queen a5 was the point. This was the point. Keeping the connection. Minimum pawn moves, no weaknesses. Trade pieces when down material. Easy game. Oh, we got 2 challenges now. What am I going to do? I can't. He's always showing up at the last minute. QHS. Must be waking up. Just waking up in South Korea. Uh-oh. Oh no. Don't make any unnecessary pawn moves. See how conservative I am with the pawn moves? No, I don't like that. Trying to take space over there. I'm going to risk it and play a4. Command the space. King e2. And now these are gone. We've got tons of pawns on the other side. Uh-oh. Rook takes, pawn takes. This is exciting, isn't it? It's a roundup. Round them up and move them out. Alright, last game. Real chess. I've got to go after this one. Real. Round them up, move them out. Alright, d4. We're going to go back to the main line. Oh no. No, 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 no. You don't do bishop f4. We don't London system here. Alright? Good. Good, 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 good. No London is a good London. Very good. We play hybrid. We could get interesting position. I've had a number of games with some fun games so far in this line. I might bust it out at the World Senior Championship because I've never played at OTB, and you know these old guys are going to be relying on their databases and whatever. I don't think they'll look up my games on lichess. They'll be expecting me to play my over-the-board repertoire. If I play a hyper-accelerated Queen's Indian, I think I have a good chance against old people, especially. This is definitely something I might play next month. So d5 is interesting. I don't think anyone has played it against me yet. A plausible try. Maybe I have to react very aggressively here with like e6, playing a kind of Benoni. You know, before it's too late and white like really can settle in. But I'm not sure if it's good. Takes. Bishop b4. We've got to act fast. That's weird to play bishop b4 though. Maybe I can play bishop g7. e5, knight g4. Looks dubious. I was really thinking about bishop b4. I have a bad feeling about this. I can't do that. Bishop g7, e5. So I can play, I guess, c6 if I had to. Queen e7 is a move. The question is a good one. Bishop g7, e5. No, I have bishop g7. e5, knight g4. This guy is seriously trying to like refute the entire opening with 5d5. I mean, I don't have to play e6 though. Maybe it's just too risky. Maybe it's better to just play bishop g7 and we'll learn after the game if I misplayed this. I've ended up with like a weird Benoni, but it might be too risky. Wow. Yeah, full on trying to refute my entire opening. He has bishop g5, f6. Confident. Not a player lacking in confidence. Bishop g5, f6. Only move. Takes. Which way do I recapture, with the knight or with the bishop? I got another challenge, but I can't accept it. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Time is up today. QHSR, please try to drop by a little bit earlier next time. What about bishop f4? That's obviously an important move here. He can defend the pawn with bishop f4, queen d4, queen e2. 3 different ways to try to defend the pawn on f4. But it's not as sharp as bishop g5. Bishop g5 is more forcing. Yeah, but no doubt bishop f4 might be a good move. Queen c8 is game over. It's too passive. I have to play f6. If you played bishop f4 at castle, and then I'm threatening knight takes e5, you might actually have a problem. Like, how do you protect your pawn on e5? It's not so easy. You know, but looking at the position for one more minute for a second here. Yeah, if queen d4, I guess I have knight takes e5 immediately. Knight takes e5, queen e7. And then I can attack the knight with like f6. Because for a second I was afraid of that too. Knight takes, bishop c4. Or you like knight takes? Black's position is very pleasant. Well, I don't think it's that simple. I'm pinned. He has better control of the center. I don't think it's that simple. I looked at queen e2 check. I wasn't sure what his best move is. Still don't know. I don't know anything. King f7 castles queen side. It's a really weird position. Moving my queen. Does anybody know what's going on around here? Artificial castling. I thought his best moves are h4 and bishop takes, followed by bishop c4. Probably h4 for white. But actually, I'm not sure. This might be strong too. It's a really weird position. But he can't castle. I'm threatening rook e8. Are we winning? I don't know. Doesn't feel like I have enough pieces developed to be winning, but queen e2 was probably a mistake. Still, he's possibly okay. Queen c4, for example. I guess I have bishop a6 there. No, my knight's dropping. Okay, I have check. It's complicated. have a couple of checks. It's possible that I'm better here. I don't know. But he definitely hesitated. Be better off having played like Queen D2 right away. Now he has Bishop E2. Wow. This also gives him F4. I have no idea. He can castle on either side. Alright, if I play rook e8 check and he plays bishop e2, he would drop the exchange if he plays castles queenside. My queenside is a problem, speaking of queensides. And this knight a6. Knight a6 doesn't do anything. So how do I get my queenside pieces out or do something in the meantime? Maybe I sack the exchange on e2, like rook e2. Rook e2, knight e2. I can never play bishop takes c3. Or maybe I could. Check. Bishop e2. Bishop a6. Castles. Bishop takes c3. Knight takes c3. Bishop takes e2. Very, very crazy. Situation. It's to play bishop e2. I just don't think I have another move other than bishop a6. That takes away, hey, what's up, Mr. Coffee? That does take away my ability to play bishop takes c3, which was an important component of my supposed counterplay here. I think we have to develop. We have to development. Oh my god. H5 check. What is that? That wasn't on the radar. Now where do I go? G8 or G7? Probably G8. Probably. Hey, I castled. Queen takes c3. He resigned. Oh, it's mate. It's not mate, but it's not great. He blundered f2, but it's not over. Blundered this. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's like castles here. I gotta go, guys. It's time to go. It was nice knowing you. Wow, he had a really good game until the final blunder. And this opening did not work out. So d5 is strong. It's been played by Aronian twice, Gelf and Wang Hao. So this is a serious move. Ridley Sahovic back in 1979. Yeah, I mean, g6 is risky. We know that going in. But you're like the first person to play d5 against me. No, the second person. Funny, I had a game many years ago. That's weird. I played bishop g7 in the other game. I think that's probably better. Yeah, nobody plays e6 here. It's just too risky. It's too early. I have to play bishop g7. This is just too risky. Isn't it? Is it? Computer thinks it's playable, but I can't take on d5. I really wanted to do this, but I was like looking at my king's side. I'm not Veselin Topalov or something. You can play bishop g7. Oh. See, I didn't think I could do that. Wow, I can do it. But here it's like horrible. I still have to... Well, I have to do queen c8? Oh my god, this is gross. This is really gross. I don't know, man. I wouldn't play this. So I did e takes d5. This is worse, though. You have e5. Wow. Not clear. C takes d5, bishop g7, e5, knight g4. And so bishop g5 is the only good move. I thought bishop f4 castles. And I'm fine. You bishop g5 is best. The engine wants to play queen c8, but no. So f6. You have bishop h4 computer move. That's strong. Wow. Bishop h4 is really, really strong. I'm probably like lost. Yeah, so queen e2 is inaccurate. Is it? Maybe not. King f7, engine doesn't like it. The computer says your best move is what you played, queen d2. Wow. I thought I was almost okay here. Check. Bishop e2, bishop a6. So if you just castle... Yeah, this is my problem, the knight on b8. This knight might even help you coming over toward the king's side. Wow. White just has king safety and black doesn't. The king is just unsafe. Good morning. Alright, interesting game. I'm not going to repeat that. Yeah, you played well. I've got to go, guys. I'll see you on Sunday. Thanks, Mr. Coffey, for being our moderator on the spot. I'll see you a little bit later, guys. Alright, Sunday simul. Thanks, everybody, for taking part. Astrobate, wake up. I'll see you later. Bye. Bye. Do that. is so weird, dude, that it's doing that again. Does it every time, though.